Hey everybody, I'm Captain Floofers, and welcome to a new thing, sort of, that I'm doing here. I know it's been a long time since I've done anything, typical me, but I've been sort of in the mood to start recording stuff again, at least as of earlier today. And while I don't think I'm going to be going into too many serious Let's Play things like I have been in the past, I have been getting into a lot of randomizers and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to do, at least for the time being, is try to do like a regular weekly randomizer video that I put out, just where I play randomizers. Um, I am starting off by doing these over YouTube. I may switch over to doing them on Twitch when I'm ready to get back to Twitch, whenever that may be. Um, in the meantime, since the last time that I've recorded anything, I've gotten a new computer. I've got a new brand spanking new layout here, as you can see. And today we're going to play just standard Link to the Past Triforce hunt. And if I have time afterwards, I might do another one. But you may notice, first off and foremost, that the music is different, and that is because I have, at least as of a couple of months ago, I believe, made my own MSU pack for A Link to the Past. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring this to the forefront so I can actually control things. Essentially what this does, due to a support for a kind of chip that this particular game, and many other games actually have, some folks have been able to find a way for that chip to access other files around where it is, and you can use it to, depending on the game, put in custom soundtracks with up to CD quality audio, which is fairly nice. You can also put in, like Chrono Trigger, for example. One thing that a lot of people like to do is they like to put in the PlayStation cutscenes. Sorry, can't think of words really. So basically what I've done is I've set it up so that it has a custom soundtrack on it. I do this with both the emulator that I'm currently using, as well as my flash cart. When I'm playing on my when you can play on real hardware with a flash cart, you can actually set it up like this too, which is kind of neat. I've been calling my files Floof with Action because of memes that have come up on Twitch. So that's kind of neat. This is probably going to be... I'm not going to be heavily into editing this. I'm just kind of going with the motions and whatnot. I am using a tracker, by the by. As you can see, we got a tracker here. And I got to click back onto the emulator window in order to be able to go on with the game. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be as heavily into editing. It's just kind of like a thing where I'm recording it on Saturday night and putting it up on Sunday. I'm just being very low effort with it, I guess you could say. I've just been kind of in that mood. I've actually been kind of in a slump for the past few months, and I just feel like I'm coming out of it now. But yeah, you may have noticed the soundtrack, MSU stuff. This is an MSU pack that I made. It features a lot of music that I like, and also has theming among the dungeons, as I'll mention. I can't exactly... I'll actually just kind of... Oh, I can do this. Triforce piece. Okay, so that's marked so that just in case I need to defeat Aghanim, there is a Triforce piece that I can get. Because normally the tracker has a thing where you can put, oh, this item is at this spot before you go to it. for certain spots like the Aga Ledge, the ledge outside the desert, um, the some other things as well. But Triforce pieces aren't fully implemented into the tracker that I'm using, so kind of had to improvise, which is fine. Money. So songs we've heard. Sorry if I'm clipping the mic here. I'm trying not to. Songs we've heard so far. Obviously the file select screen I have set as the Mole Mania file select screen. The overworld theme for the Light World is the overworld theme from For the Frog the Bell Tolls. The Sanctuary theme was the Magic Shop theme from Terranigma. I've obviously got Earthbound music going on here for the cave, as well as for Fairy Fountains it plays the Hospital theme from Earthbound. And The Lost Woods in the Light World is Sticker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2. But with the cool thing with the... I'm going entirely the wrong way from where I normally go. The cool thing with the MSU packs is that you have the option to do like an expanded soundtrack. Ooh, bombos. And basically what that means is that each... rather than just having one song for Light World Dungeons and one song for Dark World Dungeons, you can choose to have every dungeon have its own theme. You can choose to have every boss have its own theme. So I've paired up... I basically taken each of the dungeons, given it a song that I like, without overlapping on the series that they're from, and then giving them matching boss music to the best of my ability. Town theme is I actually picked Pudding Town from For the Frog the Bell Tolls. I did not get any bombs on the way down here, so at the very least we can open up the actually, let me mark off that I've got these on the tracker. I am trying to get better at these randomizers. I have been able to do Triforce hunts at the very least without a tracker lately. I'm just kind of getting some practice in, because I got bow, Triforce piece, another Triforce piece, and the shovel. Alright, so I'll mark those as gotten. I've got the bow and the... where's the shovel? The shovel's there. Cool. And I'll come back with bombs. Actually, there is a fairly decent place that I can sort of farm money for bombs real quick. Because you can just buy bombs in town. I'm also using my spare headset here. I don't really like it very much. My normal headset that I normally use crapped out on me yesterday. And I've ordered a new wireless headset. Heart piece, another Triforce piece, and a heart container. Nothing of huge value down here. That won't get here till tomorrow. So in the meantime, I've had to use my spare headset, and I don't like it very much. I had to wear this for work today. It feels very tight on my head, and it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. And the mic kind of like has its own separate jack that goes into a jack on the thing here, comes in and out. I liked the older one where you could flip it up and just mute it, but this has a separate mute switch that's on this little box, and the box gets caught on my, it's around my shoulder at the meat for the moment, but if it's down to the side, it kind of gets caught on my armrest of my chair, and it's annoying as hell. So if we talk to this NPC, it'll play the Mole Mania boss theme when the guards come for me. Oh, I have a bottle so I can go see Sick Kid. Give me anything useful? Bombs, maybe? Or money? I have enough to buy bombs now. I have 50 rupees. You need more bombs than you think you do. In Kakariko. I didn't do Chicken House. Okay. Alright, Alright, I think it might be better for me to just get the bombs now, because that'll give me access to 4 checks rather than just like the 1 check that I need 100 rupees for. Got the fortune teller theme from Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for shops and fortune tellers. I don't really have that one looped properly, but I spend so little time in shops, it doesn't really matter. There are a couple songs I think I'd like to re-loop or something like that if I get the time, but as it is, I'm really not going to be bothered to. What's going on, what I have right now works fine for me for the moment. Alright, so Chicken House was some money. I'll go back to those other areas with the bomb walls. Then I'll check the library. I'll get whatever's at the end of the race. And I also have access to the forest growth since I have the shovel. Alright, what's in here? Cane of Birna, for all the good that'll do me. Let's head back to Blind's house and see what they got for me here. I am trying to break out to do more standard, like, beat Ganon runs of this, because I've noticed... I mean, I do like to do Triforce hunts a lot, and that's mainly what I've been doing, even while just, you know, playing this off camera, but I have noticed that it takes me to a lot of the same places whenever I do these. I'm always going to Palace of Darkness, I'm always going to Eastern Palace, I'm almost always going to Tower of Hera. Triforce piece, not bad. Hyrule Castle, and I'm never, almost never getting any practice in places like Turtle Rock or Misery Mire or Ice Palace, because the logic never takes me there. It just, I mean, I go to where the Triforce pieces are, and I'm not really usually required to clear dungeons. I just have to get the requisite number of Triforce pieces, and, you know, away I go. But, I mean, who knows what'll happen here. But since I set up my MSU pack, I have been more interested in playing those longer kinds of runs because I'll be able to get to go to more places. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, because I keep forgetting to do this, I'm going to mark off what the dungeons give me. It looks like the only difference, because they're all crystals by default on the tracker, but it looks like Eastern Palace is not obtained. That's the one with the plus next to it. It means this, you know, when you get the 5th and 6th crystals, you can get the Super Bomb. They're colored red in the randomizer. Okay, there is a Triforce piece there. I do want to mark that. So if I get the boots... Alright, so I'll know to go there once I have boots, because that'll be important. If I get boots. I almost never get boots in these. I think the last thing I did, I think the last one I did was actually a Ganon run, like a standard get 7 crystals, kill Ganon. And I actually got the flute and the boots fairly early. And then kept forgetting to use the boots, because that's how it always is with me. I keep forgetting that I'm so used to not having boots that I just never use them, even after I get them, because I'm just never think to use them. That's a piece of heart, but I'll take it. As I've said many times, I'm not one who necessarily snubs heart pieces and heart containers. A lot of people I know who play these are speedrunners, and they want to get it done as quickly as possible. And, like, I've seen folks go into caves, they'll see that the prize there is a piece of heart, and then they'll just leave. Or they'll do, like, the shovel mini game in the Dark World. they'll dig up a heart piece, and then they'll just leave without picking the heart piece up. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. You can play the game you want to play it, but I'm just saying, seems like kind of a waste to just not pick it up if you've gone through the trouble of unlocking it. So that's the power glove. We need that. That'll be useful for us at some point. I'm not really equipped. I mean, at least not without arrows. Not really equipped to go to Mini Moldworm Cave right away. I'll just save and quit Warp to Link's house. Because that was going to be my next stop anyway. 100 money. I'll try the floodgates. I'll snoop around in the desert area. Basically go to Agina's cave and see what's on the ledge. And then I'll go back to Kakariko to buy whatever the item is at the merchant. And then I'll head to Mini Moldworm Cave once that's done. If I'm equipped enough, and if not, then I'll just go straight to Hyrule Castle and get what I can there. Alright, so outside the floodgates we have silvers. I got the bow and the silvers without even picking up any ammo for it. But at the very least, the silvers will be extremely helpful in beating bosses. So I'm happy with that. Just means making stuff like Helmasaur King that much easier, then hell yeah. I actually learned today, or I might have learned before but forgotten, you can destroy Helmasaur King's mask with bombs rather than the hammer. Which is cool, because I hate using the hammer. It's a powerful weapon, but its range is nothing. And I just, whenever I get the hammer, and if that's the only weapon I have, that's no good. I remember I have flashbacks to the first time I tried an inverted seed, and the game basically ejected me right into Thieves Town with only the hammer to defend myself, and it was not cool. I got one arrow. Got the one arrow. Alright, let's check Desert Ledge, and then I'll head up to, at the very least, the castle's secret entrance, because there's two checks there. Basically, Uncle and the chest that's down there that normally has, I think it normally has a blue rupee in it. That's just arrows. So I'm actually going to mark that off. We don't really... By the time we are able to access the ledge, we're probably not going to need that. Right, Floof's house. Alright, let's see what Uncle and that chest have, and then I'll pop into the castle basement and see what's down there. Pardon me, lads. Whoop. See if I can get around these guys. Because I don't have any magic to use. Well, now I do, but use the Cane of Birna. Got some arrows, but I'm not going to use them to kill these guys. It's going to be a waste. Alright, what's Uncle got? 10 more arrows. Well, at the very least, the bow is a useful means of defense at this point, now that I have enough ammo for it. And silver's at that. Let's hope I don't have to use too many of them. Hyrule Castle's music, there's actually three different, like four different tracks I think that I picked for it. Because you have the main castle, you have Aghanim's Tower, and you have the kind of basically Ganon's theme, the theme that plays when Aghanim talks to you, and then the boss battle. And all four songs I took from Jet Force Gemini for the N64. So for the main part of Hyrule Castle, we've got the song that plays when you're on the Sekhmet. As this Vila's first level was the Battleship Sekhmet. Aghanim's Tower is Mizar's Palace, and then the boss theme with Aghanim is just like the proper boss theme. And the scene was where he talks to you. I replaced with like the kind of boss like build-up theme, I guess you could say, where it plays a little cinematic of the boss showing up. If you haven't played Jet Force Gemini, it's a great game. People will say it hasn't aged well, but those people are wrong. I mean, I mainly kid. I can see where they're coming from, and opinions are subjective. But I have played the game recently, like last year I think I played it. And I still had a great time with it. Okay. So I got the mushroom. So that gives us another check up at the potion shop. I did say I was going to go back to Kakariko, didn't I? Well, here's what I'll do. I'll go to Kakariko before I forget to go there, and then I lose all my money somehow. Get the check there. Then loop around down to Mini Moldorm Cave and Ice Rod Cave, and then go to the potion shop. Alright, that's all I can get in here for now. Alright. Sanctuary, because that's the quickest way to get to Kakariko without the flute. I'm going to try to save my arrows because I have to kill 4 Mini Moldorms, so seeing as I'm not a great shot, I think it would be best to hold on to those as long as I can. Alright, what you got? A sword. Excellent. Alright. Let's quit warp to Floof's house. It's not playing the music. Alright, there it goes. Bit of a hiccup there. And that cave that I just passed by does not have anything in it. It's just a fairy fountain in the light world. Mini Moldorm Cave, which is over here, is more or less the light world analog to Hype Cave, which is where that other cave normally goes in the dark world. You just have to kill Moldworms before you can get to the treasure. I think it just might be easier to. Hopefully, this will be easier. I know I can just walk around the pits, but I kind of don't want to. If I have to, I will, but since I have the sword now, I'm not as worried about using up all my arrows and then not having anything to kill these guys with. There we go. But that's why I wanted to hold on to them. Flips, okay. Quake, okay. Moon Pearl, okay. Piece of heart, okay. Triforce piece. So we got the flippers, we got Quake, we got the Moon Pearl. That was a very good Moldworm Cave. I am happy with that. I just need a hammer. We have Dark World access. Oh, what the? Oh. I'm magic! It's over. Alright. Let's see. Whoa. Forgot that was a thing. Let's see what's in Ice Rod Cave. Oh, yeah, that's right. Crabs deal, like, too much damage. Alright, what's in here? Triforce piece, okay. Won't say no to that. I got these flipper checks too. Hold on, before we go up to the potion shop, let's head into Lake Hylia. Because I forgot for a second we had the flippers. I noticed on the there was some green squares over here. I'm like, how can I get in there? Oh right, I have the flippers. I'm gonna check the island to see if there's anything worth getting there later. And then I'm going to go for the guy under the bridge. Okay, yeah, that's a Triforce piece. All of these blue squares mean that you can see the item, but you can't necessarily get at it yet. Or you can see what the item is. All of the ones that I can access so far have had Triforce pieces on them. So if we ever run out of Triforce pieces to find... Well, I know where 3 of them are. One of them is Aga-locked, one of them is Boots-locked, and one of them is on that island there, that you can only access on top of the island from the Dark World with the mirror. Alright, so I'm going to go under the bridge here, get the item here, then I'm going to go take the warp in the lake up to Zora's Waterfall. That's money. And then, while I'm in that area, I can head to the potion shop from there. And then, from there, I think I would need to start dungeon diving. I can't full clear any dungeons yet, but I can get into Eastern Palace. So I can at least access some of the chests. I think technically I can access all of the chests, but I really need the lamp in order to be fully cognizant of where I am. So I don't like... I mean, I technically could do Dark Spaces without the map, without the lamp. I have been able to navigate one of the Dark Spaces in Eastern Palace without the lamp a couple of times, but I'm not 100% confident in doing that regularly, so I'm not going to risk it. I mean, I'll go in there to get some stuff, but, like, the one treasure chest that's locked behind the dark area, plus, if there's an item that the Armos guys drop... Ooh, I want that. I'm gonna wait until the lamp for those, because they are hidden behind dark places. But the Titansmith is up on that ledge there, so... we have Dark World access now via Kakariko. So we may not have to go dungeon diving quite yet, which is pretty nice. And I think that's why I see a lot of the same dungeons when I do these Triforce hunts, because I do tend to investigate as much of the overworld as possible before going into any dungeons. But yeah, a whole bunch of green just opened up on the tracker. That's pretty neat. Actually, I did want to keep going here, because I can actually get to the potion shop from here. And then I'll save and quit to the Sanctuary, and then go into the Dark World via the Kakariko Gate. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, I'm also using the Mega Man X sprite. I always use the Mega Man X sprite. I've just gotten used to it. Alright, you want the mushroom. You have to scroll off the screen, and then back. And we'll get our check inside the shop, which is something useful. The mirror. So yes, something very useful. So we got a bit more green opened up. Yeah, so let's save quit. Oh, I didn't want to go to Floof's house. I wanted to go to the Sanctuary. And while we're in that area, I can access the back way into the sewers. And there's 3 chests in there, which means that there's only 1 chest left that I can't access without the lamp in the sewers. But hopefully it won't necessarily have to come to that. But having more checks is always nice. Alright, what do we got here? We got a key, Triforce piece, and the map. So mostly things that I don't need. So I think that means that there's 2 treasures left. I don't know. Usually when you mark off chests that are inside of dungeons like this, they only count the items that aren't like dungeon items. Like they don't count keys, maps, compasses, anything like that. If you like find rupees, arrows, bombs, or any like special dungeon item, like the hook shot or something like that, yeah, then those will count toward that. I also forgotten to take off one of the chests from earlier, because that Sanctuary one does count, where there's normally the heart container. But by that calculation, it's saying that I have 1 more chest left, or 2 more chests left, and I should only have 1. So there's probably something I forgot to mark, so I'm just going to say, yeah, there's 1 left. Because there is literally only 1 chest, at least only 1 chest that I know of that's left in there. So let's go to the Dark World. We can very easily get in this way. I replaced the sound that it makes when you travel between Light World and Dark World with the Chrono Trigger gates and sound effect, and the song that plays in the Dark World overworld is Zue, or Zoo, however you want to pronounce that, from Terranigma. Alright, so I want to check what all drops places. Turtle Rock has the green pendant, which is marked thusly because of the it helps unlock a check with Sahasrahla. Ice Palace and Swamp Palace have the other medallions, and Thieves Town has the other red crystal. Okay. It's not really that important. I just like having those checked off on the tracker for posterity, but also in case I'm running out of checks, I'm like, okay, where's the green pendant? Oh, I have to beat Turtle Rock for the green pendant. Damn it, I don't want to go to Turtle Rock ever. That's usually how that goes. But there are plenty of checks we can do here in Thieves Town. We can go into the dungeon itself. I won't be doing that right now because I don't need to yet. Oh, right. I'll talk to him first. Okay, that's a bottle. Because that's rigged so that the special item always comes up in the second check. And I have it so that the minigame areas play the Molmania bonus game music. I'll at least open this up for later. Sea House. A heart piece. Which filled up another heart container, so I'm okay with that. Now that I'm in the Dark World, I kind of do want more hearts. And defensive power-ups, if possible. Because Lord knows, the bosses here are a pain in the ass to fight if you don't have a lot of... I mean, especially like Blind. I mean, they're fairly easy to battle, but when it comes to like survivability on your end, it can be a bit of a crapshoot, at least when I'm playing. So it's a bit more of a crapshoot for me. Alright. I can do the dwarves. I can't do pegs, can't do mad batter. And I can do the chest after I know the dwarves. And I can do it real quick too because I have the mirror. I don't have to save and quit out of the Dark World. The dwarves are easy to finish here because they're just right over here. And at least with these guys, you don't have to scroll all the way off the screen to get your check. You just exit the building, re-enter the building, and talk to them, and they gave me a heart container, which is fine. And then we can head back to the Dark World. Take this chest with me. May as well head back to the Light World, because our destination is in... Well, actually, no. Let's stay in the Dark World for a bit. Because there are a couple of checks that we can get on the way to our destination here. I'm not going to do the shovel minigame quite yet, but I can do... or check with the Grove Kid, and I can check the... I think they call it Cave 45. It's the one where the circle of... you have to warp out with the circle of stones. Or bushes, or whatever they are. It's right over here. Let's talk to Grove Kid first, because it's just right up here, and you just talk to him. He gives you a thing. Triforce piece. Glad we went here. No, we wanna... There we go. So I have to push A to talk to him. Pushing A normally leaves the chest behind. It's a circle of bushes. That gets you up on this ledge here, which you can't normally access otherwise. Can't you take me someplace nice? Well... that's fine. We'll just take you all the way to Gary. It's... hard sometimes to... because there's like two different people that are referred to in different places as Gary Oldman. Or Gary the Old Man. That's why they call him is Gary Oldman, the actor. The game says Gary is the old man that lives on the on top of Death Mountain. The tracker says it's the guy who opens the chest for you, who's more middle-aged than old. But you know, I guess even back then, people were complaining about being old at 25 and all that too. I know that's usually a thing in Japan, at least as far as I've been able to gather, because there's a lot of pressure on folks to get their life together and be successful by like the age 30. So like, I wouldn't have done well there. Okay, that was a Triforce piece. That's good. Awesome. But I'm also just like a passive observer, so I don't really know anything. Alright, well, let's head back to that cave over here. Then I'll go to Hype Cave. And then we can get the Triforce piece on the island in Lake Hylia. That's a heart container, I'll take it. Need more survivability against some of these bosses. I mean, I know I said earlier that having the silver arrows can help against a lot of these bosses, and it can. But bosses like Blind move all over the place. Blind, I think Mothula might be a little bit easier to hit. I mean, Helmasaur you have to hit with arrows anyway, so that's not a big deal. Cold Stare I think you could probably do. Like, I know for a fact that you can kill Lanmo in one hit each with silvers, but the way that they move, I could never hit them. Unless I get a really lucky shot. Alright, what does Hype Cave have? Well, I need bombs. Do you have bombs, sir? No, you don't have bombs. Well, shit. Alright. Let me update my stuff here. Let's continue on with the plan of going to get that that Triforce piece in Lake Hylia. Then I need to go buy some bombs. Actually, from what I understood, because one of the things I tried to do with this is I tried to shuffle in the bomb and arrow upgrades into the pool. Because with games like Link's Awakening and Ocarina of Time, which I also like to play, those are shuffled into the item pool all the time. And I couldn't find how to really do that in Link to the Past one. Apparently they took out the ability to do that without fiddling around with the item pool itself. They had various reasons for doing so. I think part of it was because people just don't go for them. But apparently... yeah, you can still buy them. And if you buy one, it'll refill to full. So, yes, I just spent double what I normally would on bombs, but not only did I get a refill, but I can also carry 5 more. So, in the interest of saving time, in the short term, I think it was worth it. So let me update this. Alright, let's head back to Hype Cave. I can just very easily get there from here. And I don't have the hammer to access directly. Oh, actually, I don't think I can get back out of Lake Hylia from here. Shit. Yeah, I'd have to loop all the way back to Kakariko, I think. Unless there's like a way up over here that I don't know. It's very possible. Oh, there is one, yeah. Where does this go? Does this go up to where the catfish is? No, it doesn't. That is where I don't want to be. Out of the way. Alright, there's nothing else this way that I need that's worth exploring. But I can't get back to Hype Cave, so that's... or not. Damn it. Alright, well, I guess I am going back to Kakariko. Alright. Fun. I'm at 12 Triforce pieces now. I know where 2 are. I just can't get to them. Because one's boot locked and one's AGA locked. Okay, so here's the plan. Just so I don't forget this check, because this is a check I don't normally do. I'm going to head back over and to that cave on the ledge outside of Sanctuary, where you normally get the... I think it's normally a heart piece. It's like just north of the cemetery. There's a ledge that you can access in the light world. You can only access it from the dark world using the mirror. There's a check up there, and I don't normally go up there, so I figure I might as well just do that now, just so I don't forget to later. And then I'll loop back around, do the shovel minigame. Actually, no, I won't, because I don't have the money for that. Okay, so I'll have to do the shovel minigame later. That's fine. Then the other... Oh, right, I have to go to Hype Cave. Right, so up here... What is in here? It's just a heart piece, okay. That's just normally there. Alright, let's head down the Hype Cave. I got one thing there already, so I just have to get to the chests. But I have to go all the way around, because unfortunately the gate that's in the swamp area is locked behind some pegs, and I don't have the hammer. So I gotta go all the way around from here, which is fine. It doesn't take too long, but still, it's just... I wish I had the boots, is basically all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm hoping to kind of make this a weekly thing. Not sure how it'll pan out, because I have made commitments revolving around video projects like this before, and have failed to live up to those commitments. And I still feel really bad about that. But I think because of the subject matter that I'm doing, which is just randomizers, and it's just like going to be off the cuff whatever I want to do. Because there are several other randomizers that I want to play or play normally. Like, not only have I played this and other Zelda games, I've also played Earthbound PK Scramble. I have played Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. I'm interested in playing like Mario 64. Ooh, 300 money. Triforce piece. Another Triforce piece. Decent hype cave, I would say. Got 2 Triforce pieces out of it, which is great. And I can go right back, with all this money, I can go right back toward the shovel game. So that's cool. So I'll do that before I have to save quit, which I'll explain later. But I've been wanting to play the Mario 64 randomizer. I've seen people play that, like the non-stop variation of that, which looks really fun. I've been wanting to try out some other... I've played Pokemon randomizers before, but I haven't played like item randomizers. I've only ever played like the Pokemon randomizers. I want to try some of the SNES Final Fantasy, or even Final Fantasy 1 randomizer. But like the main ones that really interest me are like the Final Fantasy 4 and 6 ones, Free Enterprise and Worlds Collide. And some friends of mine have been playing Worlds Collide lately, so I've been kind of thinking about that. I'm thinking of calling it Weekly Rando, but I don't know how superfluous it will be to call it something like that with a special title when it'll be the only thing that I'm doing for the time being. Triforce piece, worth it. We're almost done. Like, I might be in a position to just like roll another seed after this, because I might have the time to do that. I mean, it's Saturday, so I'll have the time to do it anyway. I just don't know if I don't want to be recording all night. Yeah, it hasn't even been an hour yet since I started the video, let alone started playing the game. Alright, so save and quit out of there. Alright, so I have to basically find another way around to get to some of the other Dark World checks, because they're, from where I was, they were basically blocked by hammer pegs that are on the Dark World version of this bridge here. So I wouldn't have been able to get across this bridge. However, there is another gate in the Eastern Palace area that will basically, once I can get through like the pod area, I can. Well, actually, while we're in the Eastern Palace area, let's go to Sahasrar's house, because I don't have a pendant to give him, but I can check the the 3 chests that are in his house. But yeah, there's one check. Basically, I would have to, you know, go around through the pod area. So let me just there. Because there's a check I can do on the ledge on the Pyramid of Power and the catfish. That's a heart piece. That's the shield, and another Triforce piece. So we're in pretty good shape here. Okay. And I haven't had to go into any dungeons or anything either. This is great. Granted, there aren't too many checks left that I can do. Outside of dungeons. I have 4 pieces left, and 3... Technically, I can make 3 checks, because there's also King Zora, but I'm not going out of my way to farm 500 rupees unless I really absolutely have to. So I'm just going to leave that alone until I find some more money. Once I get 500, if I find like a 300 money or something like that, and grab it, then yeah, I'll do it. But if nothing pans out from these 2 checks, then I'll just go to Eastern Palace, because that's the most accessible thing to me right now. Okay, the gate in question is actually behind some hammer pegs, so you really need the hammer to access, like, the northeastern part of, like, the Dark World. Not counting, what do you call it, I guess technically there is a way to get over there, but I don't know how it is, because I can't really see it on that map. So I'll just go ahead and I'll go into Eastern and see what's in there. But still, we got 16 Triforce pieces, and we know where 2 other ones are. And that's all without having set foot within a single dungeon. So the music I chose for Eastern Palace is based around Adventures of Mana, which is the remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, which I've played twice on this channel. It's the main dungeon theme, and it will play the first boss theme for Armos Knights. But I did specifically pick the Adventures of Mana version. I like the Game Boy version as well, but the Vita version is it just, I don't know, it just adds a bit more to me. I think like the only song I have in this somewhere that doesn't have what I consider to be like the best version of it is a song from Dragon Quest III, because I wasn't able to find like the version that played in Dragon Quest XI. I just was able to find like the best version I could find to use was the Super Famicom version, which is still fine, but still that's like the only real thing that irks me about my selections, is that I wasn't able to get like the what I consider to be the best version of the song that I picked. Another bottle, and if I remember correctly, Eastern only has 3 treasures in it. No, hold on. There. Yes, it has 3 treasures in it. And if I find all 3 treasures, I will consider the palace having been beaten. I mean, there's still quite a few, like, dungeon items and stuff, like maps and stuff to find, but I'm hoping that I can get the other 2 treasures here and, you know, not necessarily have to go and fight the Armos statues, or the Armos Knights, because, you know, the less work I have to do, I think the better. Not that the Armos Knights will be hard, but I don't have a lamp. That's a compass. I do have the big key, though, so I can't get into the big chest. That's the only other thing I can think of that I can access right now, because everything else is hidden behind darkness. So either way, I'm going to have to come back. It's the blue mail, though, so that's not bad. Yeah, so I have one more thing. There's one chest that's hidden behind darkness, and Armos. One of them is a treasure, and the other one is the map. But for now, I am done here. So that's that sorted. I guess I'm going to have to figure out how to... I'm going to have to figure out how to get around to those other Dark World checks. Because evidently those are the only things I have really accessible to me right now. I mean, I can't just go through the gate at Hyrule Castle. I need to defeat Aghanim to do that first. And I can't get to Aghanim without the Master Sword or the Magic Cape. Oh, actually, you know what? I know exactly where to go. I know exactly where to go. Remember that that warp I took in the water that took me to someplace I didn't want to be? Well, that someplace I didn't want to be um, is actually my ticket to accessing that area. There's actually a little dock in the ladder nearby that I can climb out of the water on the basically on the correct side of the river. So that'll take me to those two checks at the very least, and then maybe I'll be able to access another dungeon, or be able to maybe full clear a dungeon. And if those checks don't pan out, then I can always go into the Thieves' Town dungeon. I don't know why it says only yellow, because yellow basically means that you can go in. It's basically just for dungeons. Orange and... I'm not sure what the difference between orange and yellow is. But they basically mean that you can go in and get things, but you can't full clear. And right now, Thieves' Town is yellow. But I really wasn't aware that you needed anything like special to full clear it. Maybe the hookshot, but I don't really remember off the top of my head. I have to mark that I had bombs on there. I mean, the tracker just assumes you have bombs to begin with, but I didn't have bombs set on the item tracker. That's just more for like whatever OCD that I have. I've been told that I have I mean, I haven't been diagnosed with anything, but I've been told that I have at least some minor form of OCD. Based on someone who is very observant. May she rest in peace. Sorry to get morbid. It was someone I know who passed away years ago. Let's see. No, that's a guy. That is also a dude. Right, that's what we want. This is this one. If these guys will stop shooting at me. So if we head down from here... Yeah, there's the ladder right there. And that basically gives us access to exactly where we need to be. Since we're heading in this direction anyway, let's go to the catfish. Terra Enigma was such a good game. I played that a couple years ago. It was on my backlog for a while, but I finally got around to playing it a couple years ago. That and Live Alive, I kind of beat them back to back. They're both fantastic games. And Live Alive came out in around the world, and that was pretty great. And now Live Alive is going to be on things that aren't on the Switch, and that's pretty cool too. Nice. Thank you, Catfat. Catfish was actually helpful. Catfish is not always helpful. It's very rare when Catfish is helpful. I remember one time I did a rando, and there was one rando that I did, one seed that I did where I had checked the Catfish, and the Catfish didn't give me anything. And I think that I had like abandoned that seed, and then went on to do another one. But like, I thought, basically because I had gotten the catfish in the first seed, I thought that I had gotten it in the second one as well. I didn't think about it. And I was stuck for like the longest time and couldn't do anything. And then I went up to the catfish, and I checked the spoiler log, and it told me that I had to go to the catfish because he had the lamp. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I checked the catfish, and he didn't have the lamp. Well, I went up to the catfish, and he had the lamp. And I was like, that's right. It was on the other seed, son of a bitch. I'm sure we've all been there. Not that I mean to assume your life experiences. It's just an expression. Let's see. It's a heart container, but it does narrow down our search, at the very least, at this point, to Thieves Town. That's like the... I have yellow squares on Death Mountain, but I think that's just... I can technically access it, but you need the lamp to get up. You need the lamp to get up, to be able to see where you're going to get up to Death Mountain. And that's not normally in logic, I don't think. But you can, if you know where to go in the dark, then you can technically get there, and that's why I think Death Mountain's lighting up yellow. Because those are technically places I could go. But I don't know how to progress through there without looking up a map. And I'm not going to do that, so... I'm not going to Death Mountain. So the only place I can think of I can go right now, or that I can see, that isn't King Zora and that isn't locked behind darkness right now, is Thieves Town. So, at the very least... That's the wrong way. I can check the chests in the opening rooms. Thieves Town is also a place I go to all the time in Triforce hunts. It's like Eastern, Pod, Thieves Town. Those are like the main three. Usually Hera as well. But Hera hasn't been as prevalent as Eastern, Pod, and Thieves Town in Triforce hunts lately. Like, I'd like to do better at... Like, I always you know, dread going to, like, Misery Mire, especially, because I don't know my way around Misery Mire, like, almost at all. But that's because I don't ever go there. And I'd like to do it more, especially because I put a kick-ass song in there in my MSU. Thieves Town is themed around Pokemon Heart Gold. And it plays the Team Rocket bass theme, and the song that plays during the blind battle is the Team Rocket battle theme. Hopefully we won't have to fight blind, but you know, who knows. There are 4 unique treasures in this dungeon. I already got one. It was a yellow rupee. Yellow rupees aren't in this game. It was a red rupee. But yeah, there are 4 treasure chests in these, like, in this large conjoined room here. The entrance hall, if you will. Whoa, those things were causing a lot of lag. I think I can access the other chest from here. Yes, I can. Triforce piece. Nice. And what's this? Bug catching net. Alright, for what all that's worth. So that's 2 more treasures. And because one of these 4 treasure chests has to be the big key, or else you can't progress. Unless they just put all 4 of them in the room, and then you don't have to do the rest. I actually have this set to inventory 100%, meaning that it's possible for me to get every item in the game, every unique item in the game, anyway. like all the heart pieces and even all that. There's another setting that makes it so that every single like chest and everything is accessible. I mean, I'm on the setting where sometimes like big keys can be in big chests if you don't really need them. But there is also a setting that's just called beatable, where like if you don't have to go and fight the boss, then again like it'll lock a big chest and a big key or something like that, or the other way around. And under those circumstances, it's technically possible that it could put the 4 unique treasures in like the first 4 rooms of this dungeon, and then you never have to do the rest of it because they put this as a pendant dungeon or something. And that's not what happened here, but if I get 1 more unique treasure, then I don't have to fight blind. Because technically, I don't have to clear any dungeon in order to beat the game under these win conditions. I just have to get the Triforce pieces. I think, if anything, I may get a way to access Aghanim, which will give me access to the Triforce piece in Agatree. And then maybe at some point I'll find those the Pegasus boots, and I'll be able to access. I'll be able to get at the Triforce piece in the library. But there's no way to tell. I mean, I have 2 left, so what else could there possibly be going on here? I hate these guys because they do like 50 million damage to you. That's the compass, so blind has something probably. I should have picked up this first. There we go. I'd rather not fight blind if possible. I think there's like 1 small chest left and a big chest. Yeah, I don't know why it's marking this as yellow. I'm fairly sure I can full clear this. I don't want to go that way yet. I mean, this is a red crystal dungeon too, so who knows, I might have to. Considering the Eastern Palace, the other one I have access to, is also a red crystal palace, that might be a thing. I might be going after the Super Bomb. That'll be interesting. That almost never happens. At least not for me. Let's swap to silvers, because... Nah, I'm just gonna die. I don't think I have any fairies. Nope. No, I don't. I have like a bee and a green potion for all the good that'll do me. 2 bees and a green potion. I'm sorry. I don't ever use the bees for anything, because, I mean, I know that like, I have good bees, so they'll attack enemies, but it's like, I never think to use them, so there's really no point. I should probably just use them just to empty the bottles. I don't have magic potion, or I don't have magic powder, so I can't get fairies here, but... Can at the very least start using silvers on these guys, because they're going to annoy me otherwise. These blobby things, I hate them. Oh god, I have to hit the crystal switch again. I do not like Thieves Town. It's not as big of a deal as it was to me when I was playing this vanilla, but it still sucks a lot. I still think the only Dark World dungeons I don't really have much of a problem with, like the only one I can think of is Swamp Palace. Honestly, like the worst that happens there is like, oops, I forgot to grab that key before I flooded the corridor. That's an inconvenience, but the rest of the dungeon is not that bad, and I can fight the boss no problem. Going through Pod is a walk in the park. It's just the well, I can't get to the big chest. I don't have the hammer. That's why it's yellow. That's why it's yellow. I need the hammer to get to the big chest. Well, either way, I am low-key hoping the chest in this room has the last treasure and that I don't have to fight blind. Because I am not fully equipped to fight blind right now. No, it's a key. Alright, well... Can I take you with me to the entrance? Yes, I can. Will you still be with me when I go back inside? Because I really don't feel like going back into the basement again. No, you don't. Because I'm gonna have to... I gotta go get some potions, man. I can't go in there without... Here, fight some ghosts. Attacking chickens might not be a good idea, Mr. B. I forgot to mark. I did forget to mark that I have silvers on there. Alright. Actually, the shop in town sold red potions. Crap. Oh well. I'm still getting a full heart refill this way, so it's whatever. I can only afford one potion anyway. So that sucks. Plus, it's taking a lot of money out of my King Zora funds. Like, the last seed I did gave me nothing but money for the most part. So that was something. I had like 2,000 rupees when I was done. I had loads of money, and I don't this time. Yeah, just give me the boots, give me the Master Sword, and I can get the last two pieces, like, right now. Because I know where these things are. And my stupid ass thought I could just go to, like, Mire Shed, and then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, I have to have the flute to get to Mire. I could technically go inside Pod. I could go inside Skullwoods, I can go inside the Swamp Palace. And go inside Ice Palace. Those are marked with orange. Which I think means that I can't access... I don't know if it has to do with how much I can access. There isn't really a legend for the different squares. All I know is that blue means that you can check the contents, but you can't access it. Green means that you can... That's a check that you can definitely do, or something you can or a dungeon you can full clear. Yellow means something that you can access right now, but only through, like, unorthodox means, or for dungeons it means that you can't full clear, but you can get a lot of the stuff, I guess. I'm guessing orange means that you can go in, but you can't do everything nearly as much, and then red means you can't do anything there at all. You can't even enter. And then black means you've already done it. Those are ones that I've marked off. See, the shitty thing is the fact that I have to go back down into the basement, and I have to go and do all of this shit over again. Just to get, you know, the disguised girl blind to follow me. And then it's a crapshoot as to whether or not I'll even be able to beat blind on the first try. Because he moves so erratically. And I still have a level 1 sword, so I gotta hit him a lot. I mean, yeah, I have some armor, and I have 12 heart containers, which is good, but... it's kind of like a war of attrition. Plus, he can just, like, move all over the place. If I had the magic powder, which I don't, I could have gotten some fairies from these anti-fairies that are bopping around down here. But I don't have that. And that sucks. Because I just got the net. So I could, you know, get some fairies for my... or at least get a fairy for the bottle I have left. Alright, so this shouldn't be as big a deal. Kind of have to go through here again, which sucks, but... the doors are kind of open, so I can just kind of scoop through here, warp to the beginning, and keep her with me. Then just head back to... will she follow me down the ledges? Yes, she will, okay. Because usually things that follow you, like the box, or the super bomb, that follow you around, if you jump off a ledge, they will stay behind. And I've already taken 3 damage just from stray hits, trying to get to where I need to be. So that's fun. I'm gonna jump down here, go back up here. Depending on how well these 2 pieces go, I might not be able to do another seed. I don't know. It's 10:30 now where I am. Oh, I say where I am. As of the recording, it's 10:30 p.m. right now, and I don't want to be up all night recording. Like I told myself, if it's like after 11 when I'm done, then like I'll stop. But I also meant to start earlier than I did, because I had a different version of this layout on my old computer, and then when everything got sort of transferred over, I used the term transferred over very loosely. I kind of wiped the hard drive that the Windows install was on for my old computer, and that was one of the things, was my layout. So this is like a different version of it, but it's still kind of the same thing. I had to redo that, which only took a few minutes, just like some squares. So now this head's going to be going all over the place. I actually want to keep my potion equipped, because this sucks a lot. Sorry. Alright. This is kind of like the not as good angle to try to hit him from. He's down at the bottom row. Got him, though. Oh, the hook shot. I mean, okay, yeah, cool, you hit the hook shot behind him, but kind of a dick move. Great. Well, not sure what that gets me, because all I can see is just like a couple more dungeons. Like, I think I can explore more of the Swamp Palace if I go in there. Let's go to the Swamp Palace, because the hookshot really isn't going to do much else for me, like outside of opening up more squares on Death Mountain right now. I don't even know what I'm missing for the Swamp Palace, to be honest. Why it's not lighting up, like, not orange. Because that's where you get the hookshot, so you need the hookshot to full clear it. I can kill Argus the way I am. I have the flippers, which you need to progress through the dungeon. I can't think of anywhere I would need the hammer, though. Because you don't have to have the boots. I have the bow. The bow isn't really needed, though. Yeah, the only thing I can think of that you would need are, like, the flippers and the hookshot. I don't know, we'll see. Because this is my next plan of attack here, is to scope out the Swamp Palace here and see what we can find out. Music I chose from here is the Gourmet Submarine Castle from Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. And because the boss fight for that palace was just a Goemon Impact boss fight, I actually chose the Darumanyo boss fight music from the Ghost Toys Castle. Because that was more of like a traditional boss theme and not just like the Impact boss theme, which I don't like as much. And the way that this file, the music file was, it kind of just goes through each of the loops like once, like in rapid succession. And the way that I ended up looping it, it repeats like the second and third versions of it. And I think I might want to put some more work into that, because it kind of... It doesn't sound quite... I mean, it sounds fine, I guess, because it's... I mean, the song itself is good, but... Oh, I do need the hammer, don't I? Anyway, point is, I think I might redo... I think I might redo the looping at some point. Okay, so I think what... Maybe if I have the hookshot I can get out? No, I can't get past that. Shit. Alright, well, I need the hammer to progress. Okay, so I think what orange means in this case is that I can't go everywhere in the dungeon without more items, in this case the hammer. And I think in the context of dungeons, yellow might mean that you can go everywhere in the dungeon, but you can't get all of the items? That makes sense. So I ended up getting a whole lot of nothing from this, because the only chests I opened were keys and the compass. And that does not help me in the slightest, so I'm out of here. I can't progress much. I could progress a bit in the Ice Palace. I do have Bombos. Maybe the Ice Palace will treat me a little better. I know I really need the Fire Rod to do better in there. Because there's some enemies in there, obviously, that are only... You can only kill with fire, and those little ice golem guys that, you know, run around erratically and do a lot of damage to you. I'll continue. But you can also kill them with bombos. And I do have a green potion, so maybe I can brute force my way through with bombos. Because unless there's something coming up to surprise me, I really don't know what else I would need to progress in here. There's like maybe one place that needs the hammer. The music I chose for this palace, this is the Dragoon Palace, I believe, from Terranigma. And I used the boss battle music from Terranigma for the for Cold Stare. Yeah, we'll just kill these guys with the hookshot. Ooh, more magic is fine. Alright, Let's see how well this place treats me. Because I know that I have it set to advanced item placement, meaning that the logic says that basically dark areas that have a torch in there can be progressed through with a fire rod. So I don't think it necessarily takes the lamp into account for the logic. Fuck you guys. But the thing is, like, I really don't want to look up a map of that one cave that goes to Death Mountain. Because I don't even know if I'll be able to traverse it, like, without being able to see where I'm going. Alright, there's only three treasures in here. I know I can't kill Cold Stare without the fire rod, because Bombos doesn't work on thawing him out. I don't know why these penguin duck things are so hard to kill. Then again, it's probably just the fact that I have, like, the fighter sword still and not the master sword. I mean, even though the master sword, though, they took a lot of hits. I'd like to have the master sword so I can at least get Aghanim. Because if I can get Aghanim, then I can, you know, at least get one of the Triforce pieces. But that's always the way it is, though. Like, you get, like, a good chunk of it, like, within, like, the first hour or something. Like, the last hour or so is, like, trying to get however many. I don't think it's going to take quite that long, but we're, like, at the point where we only need 2 left, and it's going to take forever to find them. Or at least ones that we can get to, or the items that we can use to get to the ones that we've already found. Because yeah, the basic desirable things for me right now include the boots for the library Triforce piece, the Master Sword to basically to get to Aghanim, so I can get the Triforce piece in Agatree, and the lamp, so I can get anywhere else, basically full clear Eastern Palace, full clear Hyrule Castle, and access Death Mountain at all. The flute could also access Death Mountain for me, so that's also a desirable pickup. Flute will also give me access to Misery Mire. Because if I can get in with either Bombos or Quake, that's a few more things I could try. As much as I don't want to go in there, because I'm very, very under-practiced for that. But at the very least, there are some in the Mire area. There are some very good checks, very easy, good checks to do, like Mire Shed, and there's also like a cave that you can access via the Magic Mirror. Master Sword would also give me access to the Bombos tablet. I'm not even bothering with these penguin things. I'm just going to Bombos them whenever I see them. At least I've been able to make some decent progress in here. Let's have more bombs. I haven't been, like, item blocked from too much. Right, this room kind of sucks because of all the ice in it. Oh, and we're not going to be going into Ganon's Tower, obviously. The only thing I really changed in the when setting up the flags for the seed, we're just setting it to a Triforce hunt. Getting into Ganon's Palace or Ganon's Tower would still take 7 crystals, and I don't really think that that's going to happen. I don't have the big key, so I can't go that way anyway. Oh, you son of a bitch! That should not have counted. I still have my fairy, but still, that should not have counted as a hit. I was already down the hole. Oh, ew. No, this is bad. This is bad. Get me out of here. More fire bars. My favorite. Fire bars have more reach than they should be allowed, in my opinion. Alright. Okay, these are just... kill them with the hook shot. Bing, bang, boom. Chest has a key. I don't want a key. If it's going to be a key, then at least give me the big key. Come on. You know? I guess it's just to go through here, but still... This penguin can die to bombos. I don't... There isn't anything up there, is there? Yes, there is. Alright, that leads back into... someplace I've already been. Fucking ice. This is why the Ice Palace sucks, by the way. Cold Stare isn't a big deal to fight, it's just progressing through the goddamn palace. Alright, so need the hook shot to get through here. Oh, nice. Get out of my way with your fucking wonky hitboxes. Alright. Out of my way. This ultimately leads to a chest. A couple of chests, I think. This is just going to have a key in it. I'm calling it now. Now it's got bombs in it. So there's one treasure left in here. If I go down and go back up, will the skull come back? Because I really don't feel like walking across those spikes and protector. Well, I mean, I guess I could use the cane of beer now. I've had that the whole time, but still. I'd rather just do that and not use any of my magic. Even if that drops some. Whatever. Okay, I do need the hammer here. And that is for progress. Shit. Alright, well, there isn't anything else in here that I can do. It's always the goddamn hammer. Alright. Next place I can think of to go is Pod. And hopefully I can get there without... essentially getting my rupees taken away from me. I mean, it's going to cost me rupees for entrance. Yes. But, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just back here. Oh, this is where I want to be. Okay, this is where I want to be. My point is, it cost me a total of 110 rupees to get into Palace of Darkness. 10 to get Kiki to follow me, 100 when I bring Kiki to the entrance. If I get hit by an enemy on the way to the entrance, Kiki stops following me, and I have to pay 10 more rupees to go back and get him again. And I'm hoping that I can just, you know, get through into the palace without wasting too many rupees, is what I'm getting at. I mean, As a dungeon, Pod is fine. And I think that now that I know how effective bombs are against Helmasaur King's mask, and the fact that I have silvers, fighting Helmasaur King isn't going to be as big of a deal. It's just Helmasaur King is like the big thing that I hate about Pod. But the dungeon itself is fine. I've gone through it so many times, I pretty much know it by the back of my hand at this point. He says before he fucks everything up. Alright, so we gotta take this little water shortcut over here. This is where I was trying to go before I realized, hey, I'm in the light world and I can't necessarily do that. And there's no accessible light world portal without the hammer nearby. So that'd be another thing I'd like to get, because the hammer is something else I need. Or, I should say, god damn it, just go in the whirlpool. Fuck's sake, go in the whirlpool. X, go in the whirlpool. What is the problem here? For fuck's sake. Alright, so Pod is showing us orange on my map because I know for a fact that I need the hammer to get through there. Because Pod is where you find the hammer. And there are a couple of places that you need the hammer to progress. I should be able to do a sizable amount of the dungeon, though. Without the hammer, there are a lot of checks. The downside is that the reason that there are so many checks is because there's a lot of keys in there. There's gotta be like I don't know how many keys there are off the top of my head. It's gotta be something like 5 or 6. Like a good chunk of the time, if I'm opening up a chest, I know that's going to be a key. And I think, without looking at the tracker, I think Pod only has 3 treasures in? I kind of want to be a little careful getting into the dungeon itself. Okay, we're good. I've been hit by stray arrows here and there trying to get here, and that sucks a lot. Maybe I'll find a lot of money that I can use to pay King Zora. Palace of Darkness's music is from Castlevania Rando of Blood. There were like 3 or 4 different songs that like I was debating to take as the main dungeon theme, because Rando of Blood's soundtrack is incredible. But I ultimately went with the Ghost Ship theme. And, of course, I have the normal boss theme for Helmasaur King. So I basically have this this kind of path that I normally take through here. Everyone, will have once they've done it enough, like either speedrunning or doing rando, they'll have a path that they take through each dungeon. This is the path I take through Pod. I always do like the western wing first, because there's one check there. Then I'll do the eastern wing and warp down here, because this will take me to... I mean, it still takes me to like the central area, either way. But this gets me easier access to a couple of chests. In fact, this is the only way that you can access, like, I think 1 or 2 of them. So considering that I'll be going down into the central area from there anyway, may as well take this route. There's extra arrows. I actually beat Rando of Blood recently. That was a game that I actually had the PSP version for the longest time and never beat the PSP version. And then I got, just like kind of on a whim, I bought the Rondo of Blood Symphony of the Night collection on the PS4, and I played through it on there. Actually, I'm going to go right side here because there's some fairies in here. I can grab a couple of them, and I can heal up. Just kind of as a safety net here. Just grab that one for health. Normally I would drop down to the central area from here, but since I have the mirror, I'll just go up this way. I'll be heading up through this way anyways, eventually, so may as well do it this way while I'm here. Ooh, killing turtles is going to be a pain in the ass because I don't have the hammer. And every single chest so far has been a key, like I said. And it's whatever because there are a lot of locked doors, but... Okay, Triforce piece. That's very good. That's Eastern. Oh, there are actually 5 treasures. 5 treasures in pod. I thought there were only 2 or 3. There are actually 5. So this is chock full of stuff. There's the big key. So I'll be... Maybe I might be able to access the big chest. I'm not sure. Yeah, I should be able to, because the big chest normally has the hammer. I'm not going to need the hammer to get the hammer. To get to where the hammer normally is, I mean. Yeah, and this is why I normally go up in through here anyway. Because I take that warp. So, from here, there's another chest right past this door. Please be boots. It's key. Alright, let's head up to where the big key is. Pardon moi. Let's go this way first. There are 4 chests in this vicinity. Here's one. It's a key. Let's grab the thing down here real quick. Then I'll go down the stairs. Please be boots. Master Sword. Okay, so if we don't find the boots or another Triforce piece in here, we can just go to Aghanim and get the one in the tree. Oh, it's dark down here. I don't... Okay, I forgot that it was dark down there. There are 2 chests down there, but I don't know exactly where they are, so... Honestly, it's dark in here, too. This is okay, though. Oh, there's dark in Aghanim's Palace, too. Shit. This game doesn't expect me to go through all of this without the fucking lamp, does it? What a crock of shit. Come on, dude. Alright. I think there might be one other chest up here. From that other room. I don't think that there is, though. No, there isn't. Now that I think about it, there's not. Abort! Abort! Alright, that's a crock. That is a load of shit. Apparently I can see... Oh yeah, I can see what's in Bumper Cave. Because I mean, it's technically outside, but I don't have the magic cape. Yeah, it's blue. I can't get there without the Cane of Bearnine. With the Cane of Bearnine anyway. Shit, am I gonna have to try to navigate something in the dark? That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. 'Cause even on this setting, as I said before, I could see it if I was going through these dark areas and I had the fire rod, but I don't even have that. Like, I don't have that as a light source. So I don't know what the game fucking wants me to do. Other than go to all of these dark places without the fucking lamp, because I can't do that. I mean, I technically can do that, but that's outside of my skill set, bro. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna have to do something. Um, let's see. I really don't want to look up a map, but I think I'm going to have to. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the safest bet is going to be to go up through the initial entrance to Death Mountain in the Light World. Because I think that's the most straightforward. Alright. Hold on. I'm going to save and quit first. It's also close to the Sanctuary. If only I'd gotten the flute or something. Flute, boots... I mean, if I had the boots, I'd be done by now. If I had the flute, I would be able to get to Death Mountain without having to go through that bullshit. At least I got the Master Sword. That's something, I suppose, but... Like, I need a light source, bro. I need to be able to navigate in the dark. And you're not giving me that. Now, I know that the game will allow you to... If Zelda is following you and you don't have the lamp, you can go out into the sewers and still see, because the randomizer kind of gives Zelda a lamp. But I have it in open state, so I didn't do the normal Zelda rescue, and Zelda starts off in the Sanctuary, so she's not going to be following me through the sewers. Alright. I don't know the exact layout of this cave. I'm going to try my best. Alright, that was a ledge. Alright, there's bats in here. I know I generally want to go right in here. That's a pit. That's the entrance. Okay. Alright, gotcha. Don't go too far down. That's a pit. Can I go up and right? No, that's a wall. This seems right. Okay, this seems right. Alright. Okay, I'm in the second room, and I have the old man following me. I know that there's like a pit right in front of me. I have to go under it. I have to go under it. For fuck's sake. There's a wall right there, isn't there? Yes, there is. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's a slant, so I'm past the pit. Keep going until I hit the right wall. Now I'm going to go down. Then I gotta go left, then down, and that's the way out. Okay. Show me the boots. Money. Alright. At the very least, I now have Death Mountain as a start point. So, pretty much everything on Death Mountain is something I have access to. So, I can go up to the Tower of Hera, I can go to Paradox Cave, because there aren't any other real dark caves here. I think I'll check out what's around the Tower of Hera area. I can't go to the Ether tablet yet, but I can check the... I can check that Spectacle Rock. That is Bacon Sword. And inside Spectacle Rock... This is just straight up going to be a Triforce piece? No, it's a piece of heart. Alright, I'm going to forgo the piece of heart. I can head into Tower of Hera, though. There's 2 treasures in Tower of Hera. So... There's maybe a decent chance that I might not have to beat Moldorm. Also, the, Dark World Death Mountain theme is the, tall mountain range from, Link's Awakening Switch. Alright, let's head into Tower of Hera, which is, Boomer Kuwanger's theme from Mega Man X. Because it was a tower, and I'm like, yeah, I need a Mega Man X song in there somewhere, so the tower level. Alright, that's a heart piece, that's one thing. I can technically full clear that you don't need anything special to full clear Tower of Hera. You don't need the bow or the power glove for anything, and also the item that you normally get here is the Moon Pearl, so that doesn't really do anything for you in an item sense. So you can just make your way up to kill Moldorm. Hopefully Moldorm doesn't have the other treasure, but he usually does. Because, of course, they would give one of the only treasures in the dungeon to the most pain-in-the-ass boss in the game. Actually, I don't think I can go much further than this without the big key. So the big key is likely down in its vanilla spot. Which I can't open up without a light source, so this is a bust. Because I can't progress upward without the big key, and I can't get to the big key without a light source. Either the lamp or the fire rod, because I need to light torches in order to get that to show up. So let's move on. Can't go that way directly without the hammer, so I'm going to go down to Paradox Cave. Paradox Cave is a great location, because it has 7 checks in it. And there's got to be Pegasus boots, or a flute, or a hammer, or even a Triforce piece in there. It's just too great of a chance that that's what's there. We also have access to Dark World places from here, because there's a portal right over here. Let's go to Paradox Cave first, though, because, again, there are 7 chests inside. Then I'll check Spiral Cave. Then I'll go to the Dark World, and I'll check Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave. That's a meaty amount of checks here, which is fantastic. So there's 2 chests down here. One with 300 rupees and one with 50. So that's a lot of money. So that's almost enough for the King Zora check, which will also be a nice thing to do. Yeah, it's past 11 now, so I'm not going to do another seed today. I'm going to want to just relax or whatever after this. There we go. Let's just check the other ones for posterity. There's the other bottle. 300 more rupees. Okay. Well, we've just won the game, so let's save and quit. I'll show you the other dungeon themes and everything another day. Perhaps next time I'll do a standard kill Ganon route. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to get through that cave without a map. And without a lamp. Not sure if I was really within logic or not, but honestly, there wasn't anywhere else that logic was pointing me to, so... Talk to this guy here with 20 Triforce pieces, and... you win. This is a vanilla song. This is the ending theme for Mega Man X. And it's not exactly synced up. It's actually shorter than the credit sequences normally, but it's fine because I usually hold down the X button to speed everything up, which speeds it up just enough so that it doesn't cut, like the music doesn't cut off before the sequence is done. And we'll get to look at the stats and stuff at the end of the credits, which the credits play the Link's Awakening Switch ending theme. That was some seed. I mean, it was great at first. It was really going quickly. Like I said, I got like 18 Triforce pieces in like, or at least 16. It was like between 16 and 18 in under an hour, and then like the last half of the game was trying to find where logic was taking me before I realized, oh, it wants me to go through a dark cave without the lamp. Also, apparently, the pedestal had the magic powder on it. So that's kind of neat. I also missed what King Zora had, but it doesn't matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. Just holding X more to let the credits go by quicker. Something added into the randomizer. So it goes through the original credits for the game, it goes through the randomizer credits, and then it shows my stats. So find somebody to thank here. Thank all of them. Let's thank all of them. Thank all of you for making this great thing. Alright. Let's see. The important stuff. Never found the Pegasus boots or the flute, which sucks. I hate not finding those. Yeah, it says I fought one boss with a tempered sword. I only ever killed one boss, didn't I? I was blind, yeah. So there must be some... I mean, I even got the tempered sword right outside Hera. Only had one death, though. I only need to get 97 checks for that. I mean, yeah, it took me a while, but still. That was, less than half of the checks. Hell, I don't have most of the stuff in the inventory. With action. Alright, so that's going to do it for me. Come back next week, hopefully, and we'll have something else for you. I'll probably do a standard 7 crystal seed for you for Link to the Past. But until then, I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?